So Canada is starting to punch back hard at Trump and Elon Musk's America. And I don't just mean in the hockey, although that did happen. Hi everyone, JJ here. Welcome back. Well, as we can see in the headline here, Canada hockey game starts with 3 fights in 9 seconds. So there's clearly some tension there, although it does say it's not clear how much of that was theatre. But what is clear is that fans emphatically booed the United States in the national anthem ahead of the USA-Canada match. So there is some bad blood, some tension there here between these neighbors. And I understand that tension, the rivalry which has existed. I think it's similar between New Zealand and Australia. I'm in New Zealand. There's always been this neighborly rivalry, but it tends to be friendly, but it's taken a kind of nasty turn here. And because of Trump's comments on Canada, it's prompted a surge of patriotism in Canada in a Canadian way, as this headline says. Trump's diplomatic trolling has sparked disbelief and defiance, but also revived questions of national identity. So Canadians are kind of unified against the US or Trump's America, not all Americans, just Trump's America at the moment. On both sides of politics, there seems to be a lot of unity at the moment. As this one politician says here, I believe in being good neighbors and having good relationships, but I believe very firmly Donald Trump only understands force. He acts as a bully in many circumstances, and now he's acting as an economic bully. So understanding Donald Trump here, I think that he is like that. The only language that bullies understand is the language of strength. So we have to show that we're ready to fight back, Singh replied, Canadian politician, as I understand it. So stands of defiance, and it's not just in one political party or the other, it seems to be unified. And by the way, as far as the audience goes here, as we can see, this is from my stats here, and more than 10% of the audience is from Canada here. Many more from the US, but hi to the Canadians. Just wanted to shout you out and good on you for standing up to Trump and Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is included here. He does have a job at the White House. He's been distancing himself from Doge in the last couple of days. I think that's a legal thing. Seems to be probably committing many illegal acts as part of Doge, and he's saying, well, I don't have anything to do with that. And I think that they can see what's coming there, and he wants to distance himself, at least legally, from it, as far as I can see. But this headline here, calls grow in Canada to ban Musk's X, Tesla and Starlink. Amid trade tensions, there are fears over how the billionaire could influence Canada's elections. So that's one thing, but also the tariffs and Trump's tough talk. Now the boycott here, as I've been saying in videos for quite a while now, there's a boycott brewing. Many countries, people boycotting Tesla brand and also Starlink and X as well. One of the most popular videos on this channel is about the exodus from X to Blue Sky. So in a number of different levels, it's been going on for a while, and it's taken to graffiti on Tesla cars and acts of defiance against Elon Musk in particular because of this. And Canada is no exception. We can see here a Canadian man sells both Teslas, cancelling Cybertruck order to boycott Elon Musk. And he's not alone there. We've seen many examples of that now. It started off with stickers on the cars, like anti-Elon stickers, saying I bought this car before Elon went crazy. And now people are selling up. And even Drive Tesla says that Tesla and EV sales dropped in Canada as much as 70% due to price hikes and loss of rebates. So that might be part of it. It also might be because of the boycott that's going on. Now this thing with Drive Tesla is obviously pro-Tesla, so maybe not telling the whole story. And we've seen in Germany where Elon Musk's fascist salute, people did not like that, especially in Europe, and people boycotting there. There have been activist campaigns after that, and sales there have fallen 60% in January. Don't know if that will continue, but it's definitely a boycott here. But sales in Canada dropping for various reasons. It does have to be said that it's not just any kind of boycott. There are things that have been going on. I saw a drop in sales across Canada. It's not because of a wave of anti-Elon Musk sentiment. The fact that they said that implies that it's the elephant in the room, though, that they said that at all. Instead, the drop is actually to do with the loss of rebates in both the federal and provincial levels and recent price hikes. As a result, it wasn't just Tesla that saw a sales drop, and other automakers did too, double digits, but Tesla was actually the most. It's a lot. It's going to be interesting to see Tesla's financial results for Q1 to see how it goes, because these are, it's got to hurt. It's not just in Canada here. And for whatever reason, boycotts included, sales have been definitely dropping. Now, as far as politicians in Canada goes, there's been an outcry and some tough talk from Canadians about this. Canadian lawmaker wants to target Elon Musk in retaliation to Trump's tariffs. So not just a boycott from customers, but also at a national level to combat what Trump has been saying. Now, I'm going to play a video from various Canadian politicians talking about this tough talk, and to a global audience sometimes too, not just a national audience. So this could take hold as the world and Canada combats Trump. In fact, led by Canada, it seems, because they're the nearest neighbor. And, if you're going to target friends, who else is left after that?
It's an existential threat, because this would account on hundreds of thousands of jobs in Canada being lost and higher unemployment rate coming from our best friend and best ally. We had many allies in the Republican Party, many allies, of course, with the Democrats. And ultimately, what made a big change is when we said, you know what? $155 billion worth of tariffs against the U.S. And you saw the U.S. markets tanking, and you saw also potentially the price of gas going up. So my point to all of you is, we're the canary in the coal mine. If the U.S. administration is doing that to Canada, you're next.
Now, if you're getting value out of this episode so far, I'd really appreciate it if you remember to hit that like button to help the algorithm to spread it to more people. Thanks.
That symbol of openness and inclusion that is the direct opposite to the politics of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. We don't feel we need to say how much we love our country. But when we see the criminal gang that has taken control in Washington telling us we do not have a right to our nation, well, oh yeah. Not only am I going to love my country and its values and the people from one end of this beautiful nation to another, but I'm going to work with those ordinary Canadians to defend our right.
We must put Canada first. And that is why common sense conservatives condemn President Trump's massive, unjust, and unjustified tariffs, which will damage both American and Canadian economies. Canada is the United States' closest friend, greatest ally, and most important neighbor. We share the longest undefended border. We fought alongside the Americans in 2 world wars, Korea and Afghanistan, where we lost 158 of our brilliant young men and women to avenge the attacks of 9/11 on New York and Washington. There is no justification whatsoever for these tariffs or this treatment.
And further to that, we have Chrystia Freeland here saying our retaliation is going to be a lot more surgical than that. We're going to go after American stakeholders who matter to the White House, which is interesting, not just targeting all of America here. I have proposed 100% tariff on all Teslas. I am calling on all the countries that are affected by this tariff to join us in our retaliation. We'll target specific Trump constituencies, so different states, I guess, more red states, and definitely Elon Musk companies. Tesla, 100% tariff. That will hurt Canadian sales, no doubt. And this from Singh, we just announced today what I would do is put in place a 100% tariff on Tesla as well, directly targeting Elon Musk. Elon Musk is proudly touting the idea of the 51st state, which is pretty unpopular in Canada. I'll show you a poll on that in a minute. So let's hit back at Elon Musk. I've also said we should shut down the supply of critical minerals, another move that directly targets Elon Musk and his Tesla company. the batteries that he needs require these critical minerals. We've got tools and we should be ready to use them. So, Canada does export to the US. It's not far, just across the border, but there are a lot of things that Canada has, and definitely in terms of resources that Elon Musk, Tesla needs, and other companies in the US needs. So really, this is a way to punch back hard for sure. And also, there's a petition urges mall owners to remove Tesla stores amid Canada-US political tension. So that at a kind of local level, really. And here we have that poll, the 51st state, ? Canadians aren't interested. Percentage who say they'd vote no to joining the US. Liberal voters up to 97%, even conservative voters 80%, which is actually the lowest in here. So it's state by state there, but really unpopular. Donald Trump's suggestion of being the 51st state. Why would they want to be? Do they not want universal health care? And I think this sums it up, really. You have your grievances with us. We have ours with you. But I would ask you this question. Which other country would you rather have as your neighbor? And if Canada is not your friend, who is? So yes, Donald Trump targeting friends. I mean, Mexico's the same here. Both of these countries, Mexico and Canada, I mean, they're the most friendly to the US. Why is Donald Trump lashing out? And Elon Musk, it's putting it into perspective. So what do you think about this, especially Canadians? I'd love to hear from Canadians and US people as well about this rivalry. Do you think that there shouldn't be any tariffs or anything? Why is Donald Trump picking a fight with Canada? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put a link here to a related video. Do go and see that now if you want to. And also a subscribe link if you're not subscribed yet. And if you are subscribed and you want to take it to the next level, have a look at memberships. The join button there, hit that to support the channel on a monthly basis. And there's always super thanks there as a one-off as well. Now, thanks to everybody for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one.